members who have joined. Um, if the speaker is around, could maybe put a thumb. The speaker and the supervisor, if you're around, you can put a thumb. Yes, I have seen Benita. And then who else, Jacob?
Jeremiah,
Is Jeremiah around? I'm not seeing.
yeah, he's around.
He's around.
Yeah.
Well, are we giving some time for some people to join to maybe we make it to 30 number of participants or we start straight away?
Yeah, we can start. The already time. We have 5 minutes past time. So we can just start and then we'll
Oh, I,
get us
I
in.
want to give more 3 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm giving more 3 minutes for people to join and we start straight away. Right now it is 24 minutes to 4, and so I'm giving it up to 20 minutes sharp. So at 3:40, straight away I begin.
Hi.
Yes, Mr. Malok, you can stay muted for a while. You,
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's what I was even asking that. Yeah.
the meeting is beginning we are actually on, but in 2 minutes time we shall begin officially. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is exactly 20 minutes to 4 p.m. of the South Sudan time. And I would like to welcome everyone who has joined today for today's orientation for Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program at Art University, Costa Rica. And my name is Jacob Yen. I'm part of NI staff, and I'm a Mastercard Foundation Scholar at United States State International University, Africa, Nairobi, serving as the Mastercard Foundation Scholars President. And today, I'll be your moderator, and the supervisor for today's orientation is going to be Jeremiah Lweth, who is in India. And then we're going to have our speaker coming from Costa Rica, Benita. The other name I cannot lie. I might not pronounce it well. She will tell us later. And she will be our speaker for today. The speaker and the supervisor, you're most welcome for today's orientation. And then to the House at large, I want to give some guideline before the speaker comes in and the supervisor, that to all the participants, you stay muted until you are asked maybe to give some questions or feedback and all that. And you will be told, I'll be there to maybe say, if Jacob Deng is the one coming in, I will say Jacob Deng and all that. If you are not told to unmute, do not unmute, stay muted, and let's listen. Please, the participant, the students who are here participating for this stuff, this might be your day to change your story. And you should get a pen and a book. Even me who is already in school, I'm also having a pen and a book to write a few things that I might not know that might help me in the next years coming. So we are beginning officially, and I will give a minute to Jacob Deng to say a word, and then the supervisor will follow, who is going to welcome our speaker for today to start the orientation officially. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Jacob.
Jacob, yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think there's no much time to say a lot. So I would like to welcome the supervisor to give us some guidance, and then we allow the main speaker to go on with the program. So Jeremiah, if you are around, then let me know so that I share the PowerPoint, and then you start talking.
I'm around, sir.
Okay, well, okay. Then you can start talking.
Ladies and gentlemen, evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are.
You are breaking. We are not getting you.
You're not getting me, right?
Yeah, your words are just coming like you are breaking like.
Okay. Hello, can you get me right now?
Go ahead.
Okay. Thanks for joining our orientation today. This is DNA, and my name is Jeremiah, and I'm currently in India doing my bachelor in technical engineering. You are highly welcome. Feel free to book. We always do this orientation yearly. There are many ecological opportunities that always come, and we do orientation. Can you hear me?
Your network is not stable, brother Lweth.
I think you can remove earphone, I think.
Okay. Now you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think the problem is with the earphones. I actually thank everyone who joined today for the orientation, and we always do this one every year for Costa Rica, for India, for South Korea, and for many other countries abroad. We are really thankful for the work, and you are always welcome. Feel free. This is your room. Today is Mastercard Foundation orientation, and that is the Art University. We are very glad to see you over here, And not waste much of the time, I'm going to talk about, the orientation guidelines, tips for how is it beneficial to all of us. And then I'm going to welcome the speaker of the today. So this is me, Jeremiah. I told you before, from India. I'm studying BTech Civil Engineering, and the speaker already was introduced, and the moderator talked before. And to come on the about the orientation. Okay, we see the theme. I will not talk about them, and this one we know here is to unlock and have changes in our current society, unlock the past of education system. If you get this orientation and you later apply and get the opportunity, then it will allow changes in the society, which is South Sudan and the world at large. And that is the central of the orientation. Go and continue doing that. Now we are going to see our orientation will provide insights, and also our orientation will also provide tips. Basically, we give tips, we give insights, and we don't do anything that will provide full scholarship to you. We just give you the insights and you can apply what are the requirements. This is what we do. And if you do your tireless work and you apply, then you will appreciate later that we have done a lot of work, and this is what we do, because we don't, grant scholarship. There are, people who are responsible for the scholarship. And if you apply correctly, if you follow the tips, follow the requirements, you follow everything that the university or the scholarship, provide us, if you follow what they have provided to you, all the requirements, then you will be successful and you will get a scholarship and will be happy for that. And this is what we do always. We give you the tips, and if you apply later, you will be successful. Now we are going to see the guideline. Whenever we are, getting presentation from the speaker, we have to mute ourselves. This is the basic rule we all know. If we all talk, if we don't mute ourselves, means that it's going to create a lot of echoes, a lot of echoes when maybe some people are talking down there, maybe the background, there's a lot of noise, then it's going to create a lot of mess. And this is what we don't want. Another thing, we should be respectful. And of course, this is the thing that we always do. We are always respectful to each other. We don't do anything that, will bring disrespect. And also raise your hand. Don't just, bring cross answers or bring cross question just whenever you are not, told to talk. You mute yourself until you raise your hand, and if you are told to talk, then you will be told, Mr. So or Mrs. So, you talk. This is your chance, and these are the guidelines that we want. Listen and pay attention. This is the basic things in everything, in every presentation, either in the school, either in the church, or everywhere. Everything that you do is first you give the attention and you listen. If you don't listen, you are going to get nothing, and at the end of it is going to be something different. And the dream that going to to focus is going to be the challenge. The language we all going to use is English, and this is the basic things we use. The English is the international language that we always know. What we should do, everyone should listen carefully to what our speakers. This is the normal things. Everyone should listen, and later you raise your question, and it's going to be answered accordingly. If your network is poor, then write down your question. I think there is this chat box. If you have problem with network, maybe you are not being heard by the speaker or by other people, you use the chat box and raise the question. Okay. These are the things, guys, that we should follow, and these are the ground rules that we should follow. These are the guidelines that we should follow. But if you don't, don't be abide by these laws, then you will be punishable and will not be for that. Everything has rule, and we should follow all those rules. If you don't go accordingly, then you will be punishable. up to this time, I really appreciate your presence, and I would like to welcome the speaker. Then, speaker, you are highly welcome. Continue with your presentation if you are around. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. I hope that you're all doing great. I hope that everyone is so excited as I am to be here and to be in this event to share and learn from each other. So by starting, my name is Benita Irumva Kezakase. I know my last names are complicated, but let's take Benita. Let's go with Benita. And I am from Rwanda. Like by birth, I'm a Rwandan, but currently I'm an agricultural student at Earth University, which is located in Costa Rica. And it's a great pleasure for me to be here today to share some insights with you as a student of Earth University, to share some tips of helping you apply for the MasterCard scholarship, MasterCard Foundation Scholarship at Earth University, which I have too. So I hope this will be helpful and fruitful to everyone who is in this event. So to start with, give me a moment. So for today, we'll be going through what is Earth University. Maybe some of us know it's a university located in Costa Rica that does agricultural sciences, things like that. But beyond that, what is Earth University? What should everyone know about Earth University? And we will go through the application process review, the overview of the entire application process, and we'll go through the tips to have a good and standing out application out of all other applicants, and give the final reminders, and then have a Q&A or question and answers session where everyone will be able to ask their questions, and hopefully we will get to answer you, and which will be helpful as you navigate your application process. So to start with, what is Earth University? Earth University is an agricultural science and natural resources management university located in the tropic humids of Costa Rica in the Central America. So Earth University has a lot of scholarships, but one of them being the MasterCard Foundation Scholarship, which is a very prestigious university that helps students in very many ways. So, okay, like if someone has it, it's like a privilege or a great thing that someone has, because this comes with a lot of opportunities, either being like the personal growth opportunities, the leadership opportunities, networking, and overall the professional development opportunities. So, and that being said, Earth University has a mission of preparing leaders with ethical values to contribute to the sustainable development and to build a prosperous and just society. So there is this theme or mantra that we use as university students, that we are agents of change, or agentes de cambio. That's how we say it in Spanish. So basically, Earth University is looking for readers. Earth University is looking for those students that want to contribute to making positive changes in the world or out there in the communities. That's why their mission says that it seeks to prepare the leaders with ethical values to contribute to the sustainable development and to build a prosperous and just society. Someone who is willing to be a leader and work on building a prosperous and just society. That is, in brief words, in short words, that is what Earth University is. And apart from that, Earth offers an agricultural science and environment and natural resources management degree only. So basically, everyone in Aarhus University ends or graduates with such a degree. And Aarhus University is a small school comprised of 400 students, and each year we have 4 academic years: first year, second year, third year, and fourth year. And each academic year receives like 100 students. So you can imagine how it is a small school, which is so helpful to students because it helps like students to focus a lot. It increases the professor and student interactions, which increases our success rate as students. So let's start with the application. Let's go through the application. So I don't know if most of you have already like started the application already, but initially I think the application is already open now. So the first thing you do, you go on the Aarhus University's website, www.aarhusuniversity.ac.cr, and you have to first fill a form in order for the admission office to give you access to the application form. So you fill that form by filling the basic information such as your names, your email, your contacts, and your country of origin, if I can remember such kind of basic information. And after that, the admissions office sends you a link for you to be able to access the online application form. And that's when you start your application. So basically, the entire application process is divided into 3 parts. The first one being that online application, the second one is the interview, and the third one is the aptitude test. But today we are going to focus more on the online application, which is the first and initial stage that you have to pass in order to go through the next stages of the application, which is the interview and the aptitude test, which tests your math and English skills. So by starting from the online application form, this form is divided into a lot of sections, but I've summarized them today into these 4 sections, which are personal and family information section, the essay section, the extracurricular activities section, and the documents or like additional documents or supportive documents, like the documents that are added or submitted in order to support your application. To begin with, let's start with the personal and family information. So this section basically will be asking you, you have to upload your personal passport. You will be asked to write down your names. You'll be asked to write down about your contact information, such as your email address, your current residence, your place of birth, such kind of general information, your gender, and such kind of information. In this section, you'll also be asked about the family information. How many people are in your family? You fill that form. How many siblings do you have? How many of them work? How many of like the people in your family work? Or how many people live in your household apart from your siblings and your parents? How many people live in your household? Or if you live with your parents, such kind of information. This is general information that does not need a lot of things. It's just like filling out the form. And more importantly, it is more important to know that the personal information that you're giving here, like that you're filling on this first part of the application, should match your supporting documents. For instance, you cannot put here that your name is Benita Irumva and your document says that your document says that your name is Benita Irakoze, something like that. So like your documents information should match the information in this section. I hope everything on this part is clear. And let's start with somehow, it's not complex, but it's like the central part of the application, which is the essay writing. The Art University application usually is comprised of 4 essay prompts. They might change over time. The prompts for this year might be different from the ones for last year, but usually the prompts that have been used by the previous years were these 4, and let's go through them together and see the best ways of answering them. What does the admission officers expect from each type of question? What is the best way of answering it? Such kind of tips. So initially, for answering these questions, I would recommend to write an essay between 300 and 500 words, because I feel like if it is less than that, you might not be able to portray or to explain about like the whole idea that you want to talk about. Yes, it should be concise, but it should also be able to give the information that you want to give, that so that the admission officers will be able to understand what you want, the message that you want to portray. And also I recommend up to 500 words, because it shouldn't be too long. Something above that can be too boring. And when an admission officer is a person like me, it's a person like you. So imagine you reading a 1,000 essay. So it can be somehow boring. So to keep it engaging, to keep it interactive, it's better to make it like in such a type of length between 300 and 500. So it can leave like a long-lasting memory, or a long-lasting message in the mind of the reader. So initially, the first question asked, the prompt might send, but asked, what is your principal motivation for completing your university studies and applying for admissions at Art University? This is a question that has 2 questions in it. The first question is asking, what is your principal motivation for completing your university studies? So here, you should do a reflection, like think about yourself, think about your goals, you as a person. What is your motivation for completing your university studies? Of all the things that are possible to do around this world, you can go to work, you can start a business, there are various things to do as a high school graduate. But of all the options that you might be having, why do you think going to university is a priority, or is the thing that comes to you first when you think about things you want to do after graduating high school? So basically, the best way to answer this, you should do that personal reflection and think, why do I want to do university? Like, what are your future goals? What is your motivation? What are you looking forward to from university? What do you think you'll get from university that you might not get by staying there at home or doing other things? Think about your goals. Think about your targets in order like to be able to answer this first type of question. And the second part is asking and applying for admissions at Art University. This is also a very important part of this question, because it's asking, yes, now you have decided to go to university. You you have something that you aspire to get from university. There is a person that you envision to be in the future who you think you will become with a help of going through university. So, of all the universities in the world, there are a lot of universities in this world. Why do you want to specifically apply to Earth University? There are a lot of agricultural universities on this world. So why do you specifically want to apply to Earth University? So to answer this question, first and foremost, I would recommend doing a research about Earth University. Like, you should know which type of degree do they offer, which type of classes do they offer, like how is their curriculum, how is the life in arts, like the students' life in arts, like beyond academics, how do students live, how is the diversity, how is the entire environment in Arts University. Do a research to know more information about university, because that will help you to answer why of all the universities you want to go to Art University. It's because you have information about it. It's because you know, for instance, they offer an agricultural degree that I cannot get from any other university. It's because it is a small school that promotes interactions with professors and students. It's because, for instance, it promotes entrepreneurship and sustainability in its students. It is because of its mission of equipping leaders with ethical values that align with my mission, because I want to be this leader that want to develop my community. And looking at the mission of Arts University, I see myself being equipped by the resources and by various things in Arts University. So think about the mission of Arts University. How does it align with your personal goals? How does it align with you as a person? And besides that, Arts University is an agricultural and environment and natural resources management teaching campus. So what experience do you have in this field? Like, when I talk about like you being the person that wants to change and transform her community, you should try to make it align with this type of things, with agriculture, with sustainability, with environmental protection, because that's what Arts University is all about. So you should try to let it and take it in that context, like show your passion for the field, show your passion for agriculture, for natural resources management, such kind of thing. And besides that, talk about how you see Arts University helping you to achieve your goals, helping you to shape that kind of person that you envision to see in the future. And yeah, I feel like if you follow those tips, then you will be good to go on this type of question. And the second question asks, what evidence can you provide to demonstrate your interest in agriculture, livestock, environment, and natural sciences? So, again, while answering these essay prompts, one major tip that I would like to offer is to show and not tell. Showing and not telling means that you're writing and talking about something practical. For instance, I can say that I am a reader and I'm so passionate about community development. I love agriculture. I would like to contribute to the agriculture development in Africa in order to end hunger and food insecurity in Africa. That is telling. Showing will be bringing the practical or the realistic side of it, giving practical examples of, for instance, I have worked with with these people in order to advance the agriculture sector. I am researching about this in order to find an innovative climate smart agriculture method that can be used in countries that are being affected by effects of climate change in such a kind of way, like try to show, like use evidence, something that someone will lead, and basically something that will stay in the mind of a leader. Because everyone can say that I envision myself as a leader, as a transformative leader in my community. But if you put that personal experience, it's making it unique. It's like making like your essay come to life, more understandable, and more memorable in the mind of a leader. So back to the question, it's asking like, what evidence can you demonstrate of your interest in agriculture, livestock, environment, and natural resources? As I was saying, this type of question is basically asking about your experience, because they want to know if you have a prior experience in this type of sectors: agriculture, livestock, environment, and natural sciences in general. Because this demonstrates your passion. This demonstrates that the person you are going to admit is actually passionate, and they want to come here in order like to cement their skills. They want to come here in order to use our resources in order to advance themselves. We would like to equip them in order to achieve their future goals. Because of what? Because of the person that you're demonstrating that you are, the person that has this prior experience in this field. So in this type of question, I would recommend to write about a personal story. Like when I say personal, please write something personal. There are some stories that everyone can write about, or you get me? Like there are some things that everyone can write about. But if you write something personal that really makes you relate to these fields, it can create like a memorable picture in the mind of a reader. And you should be genuine and show like your practical involvement. For instance, let's say I've worked on this academic project, evaluating how this and this and this. And for instance, I've been a part of this environmental club. We did this and this and this. Relating again to Aarts University's mission, to the Aarts University curriculum, to Aarts University, like to what Aarts University does in general, because it shows that if this person comes to us, they would thrive. It will be like their place of comfort, not comfort like comfort, but it will be their place for growth, because that's where they belong. It's like you'll be in the right place for you to be. And you can talk about, like as you're talking about these experiences that you have, you can talk about your leadership positions that you've held when you were doing such kind of activities. For instance, if it is an internship that you've done related to these fields, or if it is even like, let's say, for people like me who come from low places, I've worked with my parents on their farm. So if you have that experience too, you can talk about it, how, for instance, you've worked with your parents in their farm, or if you have worked just as a job in an agricultural sector, you can mention it here and talk about this experience in general, like how it has shaped you as a person, what you feel like it will help you as an Aarts University student. I mean, how this prior experience will help you as an Aarts University student. And And on the third question, it asks, refer to an important challenge or situation you have experienced, how you faced it, and the strategies that you use to solve it. So this type of question is looking for your problem-solving skills. It's looking for your leadership potentials. It's looking for your, like, how do you handle problems? How do you handle challenges in case you face some of them? So, because in life there are a lot of challenges to go through, honestly. So, but what determines the end is the way we go through them, like the strategies that we use to solve the challenges that we are facing. Do we let ourselves be defeated? Do we victimize ourselves for what we went through? Or do we take that initiative? Do we use our leadership potentials in order to solve those challenges and see what comes at the end? Maybe the result might be positive or it might work out at the end, but what have you done? So as I said, this type of question is trying to evaluate your problem-solving skills, is trying to see your resilience, is trying to see how do you approach challenges or how do you react when you're challenged. Because I want to be honest, here at university, I don't want to say it's the perfect place where everything is smooth and you won't ever face any challenge. Like the same in life, you will everywhere. I would assure you that you will always face challenges, and the challenges are not meant to discourage or they're not meant to discourage us. But me, I feel like it's my place for growth. If I face a challenge, the way I react to it, most of the times I make sure for it to leave me with a lesson. I make sure to learn from it so that if I face another type of situation, I will know how to go through it. Or I broaden my thinking about how I can approach various challenges that come on my way. So, as I was saying, on this type of question, you can mention that situation that you faced, like mention the strategies that you used to overcome it, and make sure to mention the results. Like, even though it was going like this and this and this, I was able to do this, and this is what happened in the end. I was able to achieve this. Or if the result wasn't positive, how did you learn from this situation? How did you grow? Like, hopefully it wasn't something that just let you like that. I mean, you didn't let it to be just like that, but it's something that you took advantage of to learn from and grow. So basically, that's all I can say for this type of question. And for the first question, it's asking, give an example of a teamwork experience that you are part of and of which had an impact on you. What was your contribution to the team to achieve its goals? Again, this type of question is trying to evaluate your leadership potentials. If you're in a team, how do you participate? How do you collaborate? Are you this person that takes an initiative to help the team achieve its goals? Are you this type of person that just sits there and lets everything be done by the rest of by everyone else in the team? Are you this kind of person that motivates the team, that is always cheering up, like following up, cheering so that the team can work towards achieving its goals? Are you this kind of quiet person who is quiet, does her things, and yeah, like what type of team player are you? how do you participate, or how is you in teamwork activities? So this is because I would say that majority of the assignments and different things that we do here as students in Arts University, we do them in groups. I would say like 80% of the things we do here are done in groups. So in that context, they're trying to see if you're this kind of person, will you be able to go through the teamwork experience here? For instance, if you're that kind of person that doesn't like working, for instance, that just sits there and lets everything be done by everyone, probably here when you come, you will make other people suffer. You make other people go through a lot because you can't contribute to the team growth and success. Not only here, but generally like in real life. In that case, you're not the person that will contribute to the team success because you're not helping with anything. However, as I was saying, you can answer this question by talking about that teamwork experience that you had, like mention it. This is the teamwork and experience. For instance, it was a class project that was focused on this and this and this. You explain that teamwork experience that you had. And then you keep on answering the question by talking about how it had an impact on you. Like that experience, there are a lot of things that went through in that teamwork experience. How did it have an impact on you, positive or negative? If it is negative, what matters is the way you responded to it. Like if it is positive, then it's a good thing. For instance, if it helped you grow or in such kind of context, like how did it impact you as a person? Again, make this personal. Like don't make it unique. Try to make it unique. Like something reflective, something so personal and relatable to you and as an individual. And what was your contribution to the team? So this one, as you write, you have to talk about like how you contributed to the team. You don't necessarily have to always be the team leader in order to show like your great team participation. There are a lot of things that you can do and that can make a good contribution to the success of the team. So how have you contributed? For instance, let's say if it is a certain project, what was your part? What part did you play in this type of teamwork activity? So basically, these are 4 essay prompts that have been asked in the previous application, and I think they are the same ones on this current application. And everything I've mentioned is the way that you can approach these questions, and I hope to the people applying, I hope this really helps you to navigate and approach these questions. And we are done with the essay prompts, which is somehow demanding, but not that demanding because the application is not that hard. So the next is the extracurricular activities part. This is because they want to see if you are a dynamic person. Like, yes, you are you're passionate about academics, you're passionate about culture, but then who is you outside the academics? Who is you outside the class? This is why the extracurricular activities comes in, and they ask you that if you have participated in extracurricular activities, provide examples of them. I think if I remember well, you have like 5 options of filling in the extracurricular activities that you are part of. And my recommendation, okay, the 5 options are not compulsory. If you have 3, you can put 3. If you have 2, you can put 2. But my recommendation is filling up all of them. So it includes extracurricular activities, include various activities such as community service. Please, if you have one, please make sure to include this type of extracurricular activity, because us is more of a community development oriented campus. So by saying that you have this prior experience in community service, it will demonstrate that, again, that this is a place where you might belong. This is a place where you might thrive. So if we admit this person, we might help them to advance their skills and about community service and community development. You can include various extracurricular activities such as clubs activities if you were part of some sports activities, football, basketball, volleyball, handball, because here we also have like various sports and sports activities, and we do value things related to sports a lot. So if you have such kind of sports experience, please put it. Religious organizations or religious beliefs, because this is a part of your identity, and us is a very diverse university that is so multicultural and welcome to everyone, regardless of your beliefs, regardless of where you are from. So do not feel limited or feel like bothered to put your religious beliefs or like your religious experiences. Like if you have had a leadership position in such kind of an activity, feel free to put it. And like if you have a prior environmental related extracurricular activity environment, you can put it. Or if you have another technical related extracurricular, you can put it. Like there are a lot of various extracurricular activities. Make sure to put it, include the leadership roles that you have had in those activities. If none, it's also okay. Don't lie. Don't feel like being the leader of the club or being at the forefront is what increases your chances. No. Feel free to write and be you in this part. So in addition to this, there is another part of the application, which is the supportive documents. These are the documents that, in addition to the person that you have depicted in the essays, in addition to the person that you've depicted in your documents, in the extracurricular activities, then your supporting documents come to add up to the person that you want the admission officers to see or to know about. These documents, initially, you will need 3 recommendation letters. As university has its specific format of recommendations, so you download that format and send it to the recommender or the person you want to recommend you. And it has like some specific guidance questions. For instance, it will ask like, for how much have you known this applicant, and how do you think they demonstrate their leadership potential, or talk about how you think they are passionate in the fields of agriculture and environmental sciences, and how do they respond to various challenges, and from how you know, from what you know about them and how you know about them, how do they contribute to team growth? So in addition to the person that you've depicted in your essays, your recommenders are going to talk about you. And they play an important role on application. Because you cannot ask someone who doesn't really know you to be your recommender. Because what are they going to talk about you? Like, they won't talk about you maybe in a way that will convince the admission officers. So that's why I recommend to choose someone that knows you very well. Someone that really knows you very well. And in Aarts University, like the Aarts University requirements, you cannot be recommended by a family member or a friend, a close friend. I mean, I'm talking about a parent, I'm talking about a mother, a sibling, or your best friend. From the requirements, you cannot be recommended by these types of people, but you can be recommended by your high school teachers, your coaches, your mentors, your church leaders, your employers, or other people who know you in a professional aspect. These recommendation letters, as I mentioned, they are 3, and you have to download them, send to the note or give to the recommender so that they can fill them. You can either fill them manually or fill them online, like by editing the PDF form. It's all possible, and I highly recommend you editing the PDF form, because yeah, I highly recommend editing it as a PDF form or filling it in a software, but you have the option of filling it manually too. And in addition to the 3 recommendation letters, you have to submit your 3 high school transcripts, the last 3 transcripts of your high school. For instance, for the people whose education system has the 3 years of O level and 3 years of A level, then you can submit your last 3 years of A level. So for the people who have, I don't know if it exists where people have like 4 years of A level, you can just submit the last 3, because in the requirements of Aarts application, they tell you to submit the last 3 transcripts. So if it is, you have 3 years of high school, it's grade 6, senior 6, senior 5, and senior 4. And then in addition to this, you have to submit your high school diploma. If you have graduated high school, you have to submit your high school diploma. But if you haven't graduated high school, then you cannot submit it. You wait, and you can send it to the admission officers after or over time.
Mrs. Benissa, you wrap up in the next 7 minutes.
Sure. And in addition to this, these compulsory supporting documents, we have optional documents. This is a place where they tell you to upload any type of document that you feel like can add up or can help the admission officers to know you better. This includes various certifications, like if you have various readership certificates, academic excellence certificates, sports certificates, environmental activism certificates, English test scores certificates, or if you have a certain portfolio that you would like to show, or if you have a certain written work that you would like to show, you're very welcome to upload all these type of documents, and you're not limited. You can upload as much as you can. And yes, the application process basically is done. So as you navigate through your application, please make sure to demonstrate your passion for agriculture and natural resources management, because this is an agriculture and natural resources university. You won't talk about your passion for medicine. You won't talk about, for instance, your passion for journalism, and you're applying for an agriculture and natural resources management degree. So please make sure to demonstrate your passion and interest in agriculture, because that will increase your chances of being accepted. and show your commitment to sustainable development and community development, because this is something that Athi University really values a lot. And as it is trying to equip leaders, demonstrate your leadership and problem-solving skills. And in addition to that, your essays, as I kept on mentioning, try to make them unique. Try to personalize them. Write a personal story, not something that everyone can write or talk about. Try to make it personal. And link your goals with the mission and the goals of Athi University, because it shows how, when you come here, it shows how you will be like in the right place for you. And be yourself while writing these essays. Do not write to impress. Write to express yourself. Write to give the information that you want the admission officers to know about you. Do not write to impress. Write it by being yourself. And lastly, do not submit your first draft. Write your draft as early as you can, and get a friend, get a teacher or someone that you trust to review it, to give you a feedback. Ask them for ideas. What do you think about this part? Do you feel like it clearly shows what I want to talk about? Because you might be thinking about something, and I mean, you write something and you feel like you understand, but when you give someone else to lead, they understand in a different context. So let the person be like an admission officer and ask them for feedback, or what do they think about certain parts of your application. And note that usually the application opens on October 15th and closes around January 31st. It's possible for the admission office to give an extension on the deadline, but you should be think that the deadline is around this time. So time yourself, because they might not give that extension, or they might give it. So yeah, this is generally the deadline. And please check your emails as through the application process as you apply. They might send you an email and you might miss because you don't know, like you didn't check your emails, you didn't know the update. So please check your emails to be sure of the updates that you're giving, that are being given. And lastly, thank you for your attention all. Thank you so much for your attention. Yeah. Questions are highly welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Benita. That has been a sort of insight of the application that anybody else could understand out there. And then to all the participants, thank you so much. I've been seeing some questions in the chat. We have tried to answer some of the questions. What we give here, people, is not about basically one course application information. This is something that is in general, but specifically we're doing this for Athi University that has only agricultural course. And so it being agricultural course being offered there doesn't limit you to get the information as somebody who is here. So you can get the information to use for application of other scholarships other than the Athi University scholarship, right? So I'll give chance to a few people, 3 to 4, to ask questions. Please do not tell stories. Go straight to the question you have not understood, and then she will answer, and then you will go on from there. Our time is almost. So I'm seeing Solomon's hand. Solomon?
Yes.
Unmute,
Like, do I talk?
unmute and give your question.
Yes.
I'm seeing Solomon. Goch,
Yes.
first mute. Oh, you're the one who is Solomon. Wait, Solomon,
I'm
Yeah.
Robin. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Robin,
the one.
mute a bit.
Do I mute myself?
Mute yourself, yes. Solomon, you have the chance to answer a question in a minute.
Okay, thank you, Jacob Bien. I'm so grateful to be here with the ENA team through these sessions. Thank you so much, the ENA team, for providing beneficial information to all students who have interest to apply to Art University. So my first question goes like me personally during my high school, I did additional mathematics. As a student who did additional mathematics, am I eligible to apply to Art University? Because what I've understood from Art University, they deal much with agriculture. So that is one of my questions. And also, my sister Vanilla, I talk of extracurricular activities, like all these extracurricular activities. As me personally, like these activities, do they ask for documents to confirm that you have been participating in things like community services, club, sports, things like original religious organization, environment, and technical. So that is the second question. And my last question goes like, does university, do they ask like things like financial, I don't know how to call it, financial Stephen, the one for to represent how like the aim that your family get to support the family. Do they ask about it? So these are three questions. At least you may assist me to answer it. And thank you.
Thank you, Solomon. I will take another question. Please, if your question is related to the one of Solomon Kon, you should not ask. You wait for that same answer. So I'll take the second person. Robin, you had a question, or you just yes?
Yeah, mine's a question, yeah.
Then we shall come to Sami. Go on and ask your question.
Oh, mine, Robin, ask Robin. Do I talk?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you for this section. I'm so happy that I've joined you today. Mine is a question actually. I've applied for Art University for, I think this is my third time that I'm applying for the admission at Art University. And the last two times that I applied for the Art University, it happened that I was shortlisted, and maybe when the interviews were about to be done now, it was unfortunate that I was not selected again. And though that like the email came late until I had to, okay, it happened that I was shortlisted as I was preparing for the interviews now. It happened that I was not emailed again. They never sent an email. And it happened that when I joined this group, which is the NLIEN, I saw people were just going for interviews, and I was like, "What's up? What's not happening?" So maybe I asked a person like Jacob Deng, and he told me that I should just write an email to ask about what was happening. And when I wrote an email, it was unfortunate that I got it immediately that I was not selected. The same reasons that they gave me at the first time when I applied for Art University, that due to the high number of the applicants in the nation, it was unfortunate that you are not selected. So my question comes like, because to me, I never did the aptitude test actually, but I did the socioeconomic test, which is the family socioeconomic study form. So I filled it up and sent it to them, and and the psychometric test too. I
Please,
did
Robin,
it.
ask the question. Ask the question. You have 30 seconds.
Yeah. So what might be the problem is the problems maybe with the document or like yeah, like what might be the problem, like the application that maybe that I applied, got shortlisted when the interviews are near, then it happens that maybe I'm not selected.
Well, I'll give chance to Miss Benisa to respond to some of the question. Miss Benisa, the first question from Solomon. You can unmute, Robin. You can unmute. You can mute. I
Okay.
mean, can mute yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You can start responding. If you have been noting, if you have not noted anything, you can tell me to remind, something like that.
Okay. Okay. Starting from the question of Solomon, he was asking that if he did additional math, is he eligible to apply in Earth University? So Earth University is looking for people who are passionate about agricultural sciences and natural resource management. Someone is who is passionate about making a positive impact in the global food system. So I would answer this question by saying that regardless of what you did, as long as you have that passion, as long as you're willing to as long as you're willing to come, learn, and contribute in those sectors, you are highly eligible to apply in Earth University. I hope that answers your question very well. And you are asking about the extracurricular activities documents proof. You don't need, it's not a must. When they ask you to fill about the extracurricular activities that you have, they don't put space for you to provide proof for those extracurricular activities. However, as I mentioned in the supporting documents, if you have them or if you want to make your application stronger, you can upload this type of proofs. For instance, if it is a debate competition that you attended and you have that certificate, if it is a debate club membership, if it is a sports club membership, any certification to prove your participation or to prove your participation and engagement in that extracurricular activity, you can upload it in the supporting documents. However, it is not a must. If you don't have it, don't feel like, hey, I won't submit my application because I don't have it, that kind of thing. It's not a must. But to strengthen your application, if you have it, put it in the supporting documents. If you don't have it, leave it. And you asked about the financial documents to assess your financial status. Yes, they do have forms, as Robin said, they are called socioeconomic forms, but you don't fill them at the initial stage of the application. You fill them when you have passed some prior stages of the application. For instance, when you have passed they do it differently, like the admission office does it differently, but generally it's filled at the end when you have passed, because they want to see like your financial status in order for them to be able to assign you a certain type of scholarship. So if you qualify the MasterCard scholarship based on the certain requirements that you have demonstrated in your socioeconomic status form, then hopefully they will be able to assign you that type of scholarship. But you don't feel it at this stage of the application. And I hope that answers Solomon's questions. And the next person was Robin, who was saying that he applied but wasn't shortlisted. I would like to ask, did you pass the first application process of this online form and list on the interview, but they did not reach out to you like on the interviews, like where to do the interview or how to do the interview?
Okay, like it was like this. I was selected, and then the later on sent me the public socioeconomic form, study form, with that I filled it up, and then I sent it back. The same, they sent the psychometric test. I did it, but yeah, okay, I did do the aptitude test, but to me, they said that they sent an email in a name that in your case, it's not to do the aptitude test again, but you have to do the other things. And then they said again that I should prepare for the face-to-face interview with the member of the faculty, with that I was preparing for. But it was unfortunate that the interviews were being done here in Kenya without even like an email again telling me like of the date and the other. Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, if they didn't like clearly tell you that you have been rejected because of a large number of applicants, and if it just happened like that, you receive some things, and again they don't reach out to you. I feel like the problem is like in the communication. It's not that they are rejecting you, but the problem is like in the communication between the admissions and you. So maybe you can try to write and reach out, like communicate and reach out to them to know, to follow up on your application, because it's not that they rejected you, but the issue was in the application. So you can write to reach out.
Okay, like recently I reapplied again, but it's unfortunate that the email was supposed to come after two days. But as for now, because I applied on 22nd, but as up to date, I've not received any of the emails from the Art University again.
Jacob, do you have something to?
Okay, thank you so much, Benisa, for the wonderful presentation and the answers you've given. So maybe what I can just add to about the question of Robin. So maybe in the first place, I don't know, did you do in the first application, did you do the aptitude test? Because for them to tell you that you are not supposed to do an aptitude test is when you do the aptitude test in the first application, and then maybe you fail the interview at the end. So when you apply the second time, they will tell you not to do the aptitude test, because when your result for the aptitude were good and you did not do the interview well, then they will give you chance to do the interview, but not the aptitude. So did you do the aptitude in the first place or not?
Not really. Okay, the first place I just failed. I was selected to go for interviews, but it was unfortunate that they later on sent an email that named that due to the high number of the applicants in your nation, you are not selected. And then I reapplied again.
Okay,
when I applied, that's when they sent that email.
I think maybe there's a poor communication between you and the admission there. So what you need to do now, I think in the second place, when you have applied, you don't need to fill in the form again. Like when I was trying to fill in, I didn't know whether you applied in the first place. So what you do, you just go, if you still remember your application number, you log in, and then you put your application number, and your application will be reactivated. So for the checking.
Code.
So that what
the code.
Huh?
Are you talking about the code, the school code, the code that I was given to access the information?
Yeah, the code that was given to you to log into your application. So you don't need to fill in the form again, because you're already in the system. So what you do, you need to log in into your application portal using the code that they gave you in the first place. So when you log in, the system will remind them that you have logged in again, and it will be reactivated. So then what you need to do now about that, so you need to write maybe an email to let them know what happened in the first place, that you were selected, but that you did not have a chance. You were not reminded maybe to do the aptitude test. So that's what you need to do. You can write an email, and then you send it to the admission. So, and then you reactivate your application. So there's no need to create another form or another portal, because All your information is in the system.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Jacob. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Benita. Sammy, you have 30 seconds on condition your question is different from those ones. If your question has been touched, then you can lower your hand.
Okay, thank you so much for getting this opportunity. I'm also one of the students and also a scholar here, ICCR student. I've been in touch with our brother Jacob, but I also wanted to inquire this application process of the Hard University. I'm really happy today that I got this chance to say a word. I have a question, by the way, in the essay part. So I saw 4 questions being posted. Are you going to write the essay about those 4 questions, or you're going to take one, then you write essay about it? That's my question. I don't know if it is understood.
Your question is about whether you are supposed to respond to all those questions of the essays.
Yes, are you going to respond to all those 4 questions in the essay part, or you're going to select one, then you write essay about it?
Well, I think you're supposed to respond to all the essay questions, or is that not so, Jacob? Yeah, you're supposed to respond to all the questions in the essays, and then you write about them.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, maybe the different. I think for India, they choose only one, I think. But for us university, you have to do.
Yeah, for MasterCard Foundation, you answer all the questions given in the essay section. And then there is somebody asking in the essay session, essay about admission. Somebody is saying, if I get admission, do I need to apply for MasterCard Foundation scholarship again, or I just get it straight? Please get the application, apply. In the process of you being selected, you must have gotten admission, right? Because they will not select somebody who is not qualified for the admission. And so for you to be called for interviews for the MasterCard Foundation scholarship, it means that your admission is through, right?
Oh,
Or
okay.
Jacob respond, because for
Yeah.
us it's a bit different.
Yeah. I think for the university in Africa or other university that are partnering with MasterCard Foundation is quite different. Admission is quite different. For us university, what they do is they call it admission process. So they take you through admission process, all the processes you do, you apply all those things, and then they select you and they give you they interview you. So when you do the interview and you finally succeed, then they will give you both admission and then the scholarship. So there they will see, depending on your application, they will see the type of scholarship they will give you. Whether they will give you MasterCard Foundation scholarship or they give you other scholarship that are there, because it's not only MasterCard Foundation scholarship, there are also other scholarship that the university give. So they take you through our admission process, and then at the end they choose for you the scholarship, not you applying.
Oh, thank you, Jacob. That is exactly what is, I think, what is with with ALU a little bit almost the same. So with those universities, once you get the admission, the high chances are that you are getting the scholarship, because if you happen to get through the admission, I think the admission goes correlatively with the application for the scholarship, because this is like a financial aid that is given. You might not get the MasterCard Foundation scholarship, but you can get the another scholarship that is there. Lanken, I think you get that. And then to my people out there, please, some of the things you just need to check on the website, go through and read, because go to the Hals University website, read what do they require. This is how you get to know more about Hals University and such things. And then there is no limit of application. You can fail this time, fail next time, and get it in the 3rd round or even the 4th round. I have seen my friends fail to go through the scholarship for 5 times and they get it on the 6th time. So long as there is no limit that when you apply for this 3 times, you do not apply for the 4th time, which is like what I have seen with the Wood, this World University Service Canada. If you apply 3 times, the next round you don't apply for it. And we were arguing it out in some panel discussion. Why would it be so? How about if I'm being left out because of the volume? Can't I have a chance to apply again and get it? And so We are almost to
Yeah.
the end. We have a
Yes,
minute,
sir.
and somebody has been requesting, may I ask a question? May I ask a question? Alakir Mary, I give you 30 seconds, and then it might be something that is helpful out there. Alakir.
Hello, this is Alakir Mary. Thank you for taking your time with us today and providing us a valuable insight. My question is: do we provide the 3-year examination results or the 3 terms, which is what the 3 last term?
Mrs. Speaker.
Okay. If I heard where you're asking that for the transcript, do you just provide for the 3 terms or like the final year transcript, right?
Yeah, I was like, do we?
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I was like, do we have to provide the 3 years examination results, which are 6, or the 3 term, or the 3 last term, which are 3?
Okay.
Yeah, that was my question.
Okay. You have to provide, okay, at the end of the year, you're given an annual transcript at the end of each year. At the end of senior 4, senior 5, senior 6, you're given an annual transcript. That's how it works and I think in my country, but I think that's how it works in everywhere. Like you're given a term transcript every term, by the end of the year, you're given an annual transcript. So when they say your last 3 years transcripts, your annual transcript of your annual transcript of senior 4, your annual transcript of senior 5, your annual transcript of senior 6, because all those annual transcripts have the 3 terms, qualifications for each year.
Thank you for that. I think for the South Sudanese, you have it from senior 1. Take the end of term results. So you have it from senior 2, senior 3, and senior 4. Only end of year results, not the termly results. Right. I think that is how it is. For those from Uganda, from Rwanda, they have up to senior 5, senior 6. So you have the senior 4, senior 5, senior 6. For those in Kenya, you have senior 2 end of year results, senior 3 end of year results, and senior 4 end of year results. I think that is well with you, Alakir. Well,
maybe Jacob, what I can put across, I think, is not senior 2, senior 3, senior 4. It's senior 1, senior 2, senior 3, because senior 4, you get the certificate at the end. So you already have the certificate for senior 4, like for Kenya and South Sudan. So what you need to provide is senior 1, senior 2, and senior 3.
Oh, thank you for that, Jacob. And to the rest of the people, I know the questions are endless, and our time is really up. It is now 5 for those in South Sudan, 6 for those in East Africa. Malek, BR Malek, please mute. Thank you. Please, you are all in the ENA group. Anybody who is part of ENA is able to answer any question. Please, those who have not gotten the chance to ask, Malok, I'm sorry, I could not give you a chance. We are really time, but ask your question from the group, post it in any of the ENA's group, and it will be answered. Thank you so much, everyone, for this. Mrs. Speaker, that was so wonderful. We are grateful to have you, and we would wait to have you next time, because this is some endless orientation. We would love to see our people get the education they deserve. Yes, and to my people out there, do not give up. It's not easy. We have also tried scholarships, and they do not work. And some of them work for us at the end. So do not give up. If you have not gotten this time, sometimes you will even fail after doing interviews and you feel like, actually, this time I did it, but you are not called. So it means that sometimes God's time is the best, but keep trying and out there. Do not be lazy. Write your essays, and do not just write and submit. I had a chance to guide somebody, and somebody told me, this is the best I could do. But I'm saying, change this and that. It is hectic. It is actually hectic, but do not give up. You will get what you deserve. Everybody has a luck. Nobody is unlucky. I've had people talking out there. I think I'm the unluckiest person. You are not unlucky. You have the luck. Everybody has the luck. That's why you were born. Otherwise, those who are unlucky were not born. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll give a minute to Jeremiah to say a word. Mr. Speaker, thank you so much. It has been wonderful. And actually, I was not supposed to be the moderator. Quick recovery to Makot. That was Makot, Jacob. Jacob, please give me that name. The name is Makot Ayuen, I think, who was supposed to be the moderator of today. And he got unwell. And so as in a family, anybody will stand in for any person. Thank you so much, guys. Mr. Jeremiah, say a word. Jacob, you'll close for us as our big person in the house. And thanks to everyone. See you next time. Reach out to anybody in the group. And for those who are refugees and internally displaced, you can write to inquiry USIU Africa MasterCard Foundation email, and you'll be responded to. Just say you are a refugee. State your few points. Maybe you have ever applied for it and you have not gotten it, and you need to retry again. You might be send the application. So far, the applications for USIU have come to an end. We have gotten up to 1,120 students, and the 25% of the refugees and internally displaced plus PWDs has not yet been reached. We are at 23%. There is 2% that they want to fill. And so they give it out on inquiries. And please, if you wish to do that, I'll send the inquiry email in the group. And do not apply as an integrated refugee. Apply as a refugee. Thank you so much, guys. Jeremiah?
Okay. Thanks once again. This is Jeremiah. First and foremost, I would like to thank Vanessa for the wonderful presentation today. We're really very glad for the tips that you have given today. And I hope if the students were serious enough to get the tips and follow them during application process, it will really help them. And this is the kind of encouragement that we always get. And we expected this one from you, Ms. Vanessa. It was actually interesting and captivating, actually. And we will see you next time presenting on the ANA platform. These are, the things that we always expect to see and, witness being given to us and to the students who are benefiting. And I actually know if they were, attentive to your presentation, then they will do it better to help themselves and apply. And, to those people who got rejected maybe 3 times, 4 times, it's not the end of the world to you. You have to do certain things several times, because success depends on time. It doesn't come one. There is no success that comes. Everything, takes time. Sorry, I was interrupted. Everything takes time, and you need not to worry about, time, that the time's going. So I would this one again. I'm not lucky, as Jacob said, Jacobian. It depends on the, the notion, the idea that I'm going to do this. Even though I fail several times, I have to do this one until I achieve. This is the thing that we should take in your mind. And this is my advice to you, those who are going to apply. Try as university, and also wait. If ENA, give another session, like maybe say for India or for South Korea or for any other MasterCard foundation, you can also try your luck. It's all about trying. If you fail with this, try that one. So keep on checking ENA on the Facebook wall, and also WhatsApp, Instagram, etc. We have a lot of platforms that you can access our information. This is the things that I say. be always active. This world doesn't need you to be like, disconnected from the internet. You have to, even though I'm quite sure that in South Sudan there is this difficulty that you can not get MPs to access the internet. But you should try whenever you get just a chance to access the internet. Don't go and do different things. Focus on your goal, focus on your dream, and the reward will come, itself. This is the thing that I should assure you. You should not be a slave, and you should not like, I'll. What I mean is, don't procrastinate. Don't say I will do this one this time, this time. So the time goes and time passes. So these are the things that we should always consider. I would like to say that I wish you success in your application. I wish you success in your goal, your dream, and I would like to see you, getting success. Even though you don't get as university, I wish to see you in other opportunities. Getting opportunities, getting chance to go and study abroad. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Jeremiah. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much, Jeremiah. And to people who are talking about them finishing and submitting their transcript for the university, please, if you are done with the university with the undergrads, why do you need to dream big? Do not apply for undergrads again. Apply for the masters, and there are very many out there. Just try your luck. If that was not your dream course, apply for masters and get other bigger things. Do not apply for undergrads again. That is like 4 years again, and you will go on. Oh, you want to accumulate degrees that are different. Thank you so much. And to the NI staff who are part of the orientation today, thank you so much, guys, for joining. It's always good that you are with the participants, like that you answer a few questions on the chat. And then big thanks to the people who always organize this, who are the orientation department for ENA. And if then Solomon or Nyalwal is around, please, it's you to close. Today, let's leave Jacob Deng out, and today is you to close. Is Nial around? Nyalwal, are you around? If you're around, please unmute and say a word and close the meeting. Do not get back to me. Thank you so much, guys. The participant will link up somewhere else on the chat of the WhatsApp group. The meeting will be ended by you. Thank you so much. Nial, well.
Okay, are you hearing me, guys?
Before this, Niall, sorry for interruption. I want to, request you. I want to go somewhere. If I may go, there is something that needs me outside here. Thank you so much. I want to go having some activities outside. Jacob Dengpol, if you are around, also I want to request you also.
Yes, you can go, Jamal. I think this is the last touch. So Niall will close and then we close the meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Okay, guys, I hope you're getting me. Okay, thank you very much to everyone who have attended this meeting. It has been a productive meeting, I think. Those who attended, those who wanted to apply, those who want to apply actually for this important opportunity, I wish you good luck. And those who gave us the knowledge, the information required for us to be able to apply, I also appreciate you, Mr. Jacob. I appreciate you for your great work and hosting this meeting also. Our sister who was the moderator of the day, Benita, I thank you so much for the great work. And it's always good to share the knowledge, and God would always add you the knowledge to be able to share more. And that's what we always pray for. I will not talk much because it's just a word of appreciation, and we do these things to help the rest. It is not this work is not only for the ENA team; it's for everyone. The ENA team is just there like to organize or to lead, and any one of us can help, like the way our sister has done. And we are also open to anyone who is willing to help. Like if you think you have an idea you want to share with us, you want to help your brothers with, you can always reach out to us through the ENA team or directly to any one of us, and we shall organize for that and you help us, not only for a scholarship, but anything related to education or any opportunity you want to share that you think can help. You can also ask the leading team and we organize for that. Thank you so much. I will not waste your time. I will also not forget Yana Alier, our moderator of the day, for the great work. And I would like to close from here, greeting to you all, and I wish you all the best. Thanks. The meeting is officially closed, guys. You may leave if you, and maybe with Deng Jacob and any ENA team member who is willing to remain behind, we can maybe remain behind and we discuss any other business related to the ENA team, and the rest of our friends can leave now. You are free. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Neil. We